Good Sunday morning. This is Britt. I was going through the discussions, and a comment Nancy made is one that several of you have made, and that is when I look at our group page in Diigo, it's information overload. So I thought I'd just together a real quick video. I'm not going to do a lot of edits. It's going to be stream of consciousness as I go through, but I just wanted to show you a little bit about Diigo and about our group page. All right, so one of the things about Diigo is you can use it in a multitude of ways. For instance, this is actually my home page when I first log into Firefox. It's a Diigo page, and my hashtag is daily. And these are websites I tend to use on a daily basis. This is the website for the doctoral course I teach. Here's the website for Northeastern's Blackboard. I can't work without music in the background. That's my blog. And I still use Facebook for family and friends, so that takes me in there. Medium is simply an online news organization that I use. So these are the websites I tend to use on a daily basis. Now, I've got tons of tags. If I just turn that off, these are the latest things I've tagged. And you can see that yesterday I tagged something on teaching information literacy in an era of lies, something about Slack. If I want to see everything that I've ever tagged about Slack, I can click right here and here's the 6 things I've tagged about Slack. So, that's for my own personal use. Now, if I go to groups, I'm a member of a bunch of groups. Some of them have been kind of defunct lately, but I took a course, a massive online open course at University of Central Florida on blended courses, and still have all of the various resources that we collaboratively collected from that course, which is kind of fun. But here's our course. And, it's got lots and lots of stuff in it here. It's all been collected in the past week or so. There's 77 websites in here, and you can go through them one at a time if you want to, and I tend to do that. I look at comments, I make comments. You make a comment just by clicking on the comment link here. You open up the website just by clicking here. But one of the things I find is that as we get into a topic and things start to get busy here, I come over here on the right-hand side. And so if I want to look at, the links that we've made just on cognition, I click here. Now this organizes just the links that someone used the tag on cognition. So how about if I also wanted to look at not only the term cognition, but say cognition plus technology. Well, if I click here, that just brings up the terms for technology. But if I click the little plus sign here, now I'm looking at both technology and cognition, and there's only a few websites that were tagged that way. So this begins to give you an ability to organize what you're looking at, and I find this very useful when I'm actually going back and pulling resources like you'll be doing when you write in your paper in a couple of weeks. Other than that, I think figure out your own way of using Diigo. I almost on a daily basis tag something, and you can see going back here. Now that I'm a week behind, these were the things I was interested in last week. But I can pretty well find things because I use multiple comments. I'm a member of a coffee club right now that's led by Harold Yarke. And so I tag things that might be of interest to our global group to talk about using his name. And that brings them in here. So, there are tags I've used years ago that I may never go back and use, and that's fine. They're in there. But there's some that I used all the time. For instance, some of you last week talked about the cool little video that Lee Lefevre and his wife put together. I can go here, and there's YouTube, wikis in plain language, Google Reader in plain language. Google Reader doesn't even exist anymore. Blogs in plain English. He's been doing this now since 2008, and some of these videos go back to there. But I can still pull up things pretty easily just because I can think of a term I might have used as a tag, and authors' names are a pretty easy way to do that. So if you can remember some term that you might have used with a website, you can go back and find it. And this is 10 years ago that I tagged these. So hopefully that helps a little bit and can help Nancy and others make a little better sense out of this social bookmarking tool that we're using.